You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the January 11th meeting of the Michigan City Sustainability Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
The Michigan City Sustainability meeting to order at 4:33 p.m. on January 11th, 2024. Can we please have roll call?
Michelle Bahista,
Excused.
Tim Bauer.
Here.
Bailey Chavis,
Absent.
Brian Debney, he's not Hudson.
Oh, he's not.
Do
We
you have a new one?
don't have anybody official yet.
Joe Plaga report,
Excused.
Cadence Dawson,
Excused.
Andy Johns Davis,
Here.
Laura Henderson, I'm here. Mary Holmes,
Excused.
Daisy Lee,
She's no
No,
longer.
I'm sorry, she's not on my agenda anymore. I did remove her
yeah,
from there.
that's right. Beverly Martin, Nancy Bowman,
Cross me off.
cross you off, you're not really.
Yeah, I'm not, well, I am here, but I'm not really here in
Yeah.
official capacity.
So you put it on what, visitor or? Guest?
Yes.
Yes,
Just,
yes, special guest.
Special guest star.
Faye Moore,
Here.
Angela Reynolds here, and Latonya Troutman.
she resolved.
Yeah, she did.
Let's see, 2, 3, 4. We have a quorum, 5 people, that's a quorum.
Excellent. All right, now I have a typo here. I would like a motion for the approval of December 14th, 2023 minutes. Do I have
Motion.
motion to
It
approve?
also says agenda at the top.
I fixed that, and I sent it to you.
Okay, the minutes set agenda on it, okay.
Motion
It now says minutes.
Okay,
I second that motion.
as long as it's changed, perfect. All in favor of approving the December 14th, 2023 minutes? All right, that looks like unanimous, thank you. But I have to remember to say it's 2024 or 2023. Maybe that was why I had the typo. No, there's always an issue for me with typos. So we do have a nomination for treasurer because, we need nominations for treasurer because Daisy was our treasurer, Daisy Lee, and she has moved on to city council. So we're happy and sad, but we'll see her around at the meetings, I'm sure, just like Nancy. Happy and sad, moving on to bigger, better things, of course, congratulations. But if we have nominations, we can take those today. If we don't, we will continue with nominations.
I can't do that.
Right, oh yes, I know you can't nominate. So,
Has
that's,
somebody expressed some interest?
that's it, that's why I'm wondering if there's an interest.
If somebody wants to be secretary, I would have to do the difficult job of treasurer. Don't all yell at once.
Right, well, maybe, no, too bad you can't do 2, because, anyway, the treasurer, job is not super difficult, obviously. Right now, we don't have a treasury, we've only been around for a little while, and we've luckily been able to manage with, donations and any grants were gone to the city, so we really do need a treasurer, though, so, I would love to have anyone let me know, but if we don't have anyone, I'll move on for now, as not to embarrass anyone, and we'll get, send me your interest, please. Excellent. We'll go on to project teams, solar power options for city government, Tristan. Report Michigan City electric vehicle charging survey, which we we've done that a couple months ago. And this is, in plan for update for the installation of solar panels at the remaining city buildings, that don't have solar. And that's what I mentioned, last month about potentially the zoo and battery inverters, which was in addition to what we were looking at. And then do we, have an update for that specifically?
No updates at all.
Okay. This was, did you have any?
We just had a meeting, Tristan.
Oh.
I think you have some updates.
Well, you could totally update us on that.
Yeah, we can totally.
Yeah,
update us on
Everyone
that.
up its here.
Even just a brief one, you have all the information.
So we're gonna be moving forward in terms of that soon. I guess that's all. More next month.
You like to have typed out information. We did discuss it, but I think Tristan's being modest. Because Tristan does a lot, so he's already sent information out. We're trying to get quotes for charging stations, which was, I think, moving forward. But, Tristan does often provide us with very detailed typed out information. So this was a recent update. So we are, like he said, and we did have a meeting and we've talked about different sorts of vehicle charging stations as well as the charging table. We talked about a tree, but there's other options like we're going to look for a table where you can plug in your devices with possible shade, get quotes for that for a grant. So, grants are some legwork, but we're looking forward to it, and Nancy brought that information to us today, so it's brand new for me too, but it's exciting, and I think that we're gonna move forward with that. We'll have some more meetings.
May I have permission to talk to the guests?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, you're part of a project team as well.
Yeah, I am part of the project team still. We are gonna move ahead, and I hate writing grants, but I have agreed that I will take this on with assistance of other people. So we're gonna be seeking any federal grants that are available. We're gonna roll this project together with the Washington Park into project. So we're gonna be, I'm just gonna start calling it the mega project,
The mega project.
because we're gonna do the government buildings, those that have solar panels already. We're gonna look at installing batteries and inverters, because the batteries will bring down the cost of utilities for the city. And then also with the inverter, that will kick on the batteries in case of a power outage, which means all the city buildings will be operational to provide services. So I think that's the biggest thing. When Andy wrote that last meeting, she went, "Oh, this is something new." Yes, it is something new. And besides getting the panels on the back buildings that don't have them, we'll be looking at upgrading the ones that already have them. So that's what we discussed about at our meeting earlier today in our project team.
Yes, and Tristan did have all the information for the charging stations and knowing where to look for tables and everything. So I do appreciate your modesty because you didn't have a typed out excellent presentation ready for us. So generally you do, which again, slow down, you're making me look bad. I think that's really excellent though, the mega project. Should I rename the project team to the mega project in parentheses, just for fun?
Just for fun, you can do whatever you want to do for fun.
For fun. All right, if we didn't laugh, right, we cried. So moving on to the electric municipal vehicle project, Michigan City Police Department. I know this is pretty much the research phase still. I don't believe you had an update on that, but it was still positive and excellent. And our police department was interested, who we spoke to, and Tristan, maybe by the end of my sentence, might have 4 or 5 different vehicles pulled up for us to look at. So everybody signed there. Did anybody have any questions or comments? I know there was, so we talked about motorcycles too, and another electric vehicle, police department device. Excellent. Bailey's not here, so,
But
but you, yes.
no, you
Oh.
did find the article.
I did find the article that she wrote, so we will update that and have her give me a couple updates, and I'll put on a couple emojis so I can say I helped, and it'll be posted to Facebook. But she's pretty much got everybody, not everybody in Michigan City, and she sent me the list, so it's impressive. So that was some legwork that took better part of over a year, I think, right? Anyway, I really appreciate it.
And I would just like to add that when you do plant a tree, because I have, this past month, I had a friend of mine's brother pass, and so I planted a tree. They send you a nice certificate, saying, thanking you for planting the tree. And then this time, I also received an email from the, telling me where the tree was planted.
Oh,
So, last time I didn't get all of that, so this time I also got an email saying where it was planted. I can't remember where they said it was planted.
well, that's really heartwarming though, to be able to look like, well, then it's more tangible, it's,
Right.
you can visit the tree if it's close enough. So, oh, how wonderful. It's a really good option for, anybody who doesn't want to send flowers, or if you want to do more than one thing, or whatever, whatever works for you. So.
I'm trying to get my carbon neutral points, down.
Right, exactly, carbon negative instead of carbon neutral.
Right. It didn't pay you.
Exactly.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it. Anyway.
So that's excellent. Next project team, waste reduction, garbology. Daisy Lee, Tim Bauer. Daisy will still help with some project team. Angela and Michelle. I do have a couple updates from the absent folks, but did you have anything to add, Tim? I know there was some restaurant chatter. That's what, I do have a bit of an update on that too, if you want. Daisy sent me some information. She had told us about the program to reduce waste at the schools in a partnership with a company that I don't have typed in here and can't recall, but I will double check on what that was. The whole premise was to transport not just waste, but diverting food waste from the landfill with a collaborative effort from Sasha. And there was some questions about liability with food safety and things like that. And Daisy has looked into some of the questions. It's still early on. There's nothing that's.
Did I hear you correctly? You said to reduce waste at schools? Or did you mean
Restaurants, I'm sorry.
Restaurants.
Is this a Gooder?
Gooder, yes. Is that, yes, there it is, okay. Update.
Oh, they're gonna have the scraps go like the good scraps.
Yes, okay, you can help update this,
Food.
yes.
Not
Good
scraps,
Good food.
Good
not
go
the
to
plate scraps, but.
yeah, like the
Food that's
food
not
that's
used.
not being used.
And that, so it's being diverted from turning into waste and going, and then, so exactly. You have a much better understanding of what was going on. Do you want to give us a quick update again from the beginning of it?
Well, she was basically just telling me that she wanted the restaurants to be like locally be a part of the Gooder organization, and they take the food that's not being used, so it doesn't go to waste, and then give it to like shelters or stuff like that. Yeah.
And the company Gooder handles all of the transport and facilitates all of the
Logistics.
logistics of everything. Okay, thank you.
And then the companies have to pay like a monthly.
A monthly fee. Thank you very much. But there was liability issues about handling the food chain, and the answer was Gooder assumes all liability for food as soon as it's picked up. So. And then it continues on to say we've never had an issue with the health department during our operation. This is someone from Gooder. All of our drivers are trained in food safety, and since COVID, the laws have been changed to allow donations as long as the food is held to food safety standards. We also have hold harmless agreements with all of the nonprofits we work with and require them to have a commercial kitchen permit, commercial freezer, and food safety permits. I think that answers most of the liability questions. All right, and they assume the liability and facilitate everything. So if that works out and we get everybody connected, that would be incredible. And that would definitely go to help where our main projects focus on, and one of them is reducing waste to the landfill so that we can reduce our carbon footprints. And that's exciting. Did anybody have any questions that I probably couldn't answer that we have to ask you? I think it's a fun program now. Also, unfortunately, Michelle couldn't be here to give us an update. I'll give a quick update, but let her do the rest. She did tour the reuse room in Lake County. There are some pictures that were posted on Facebook if you want to see. So she would have the details of all of that, but as per her post, it was interesting and she asked a lot of questions and has a lot of excitement to try to move forward with our possible reuse room. Right now, we don't have a space for it, but Michelle talked about possible pop-ups or like a borrowing kind of system, but there's a lot of ways that we can work on that, and she's moving forward with it. And that would be another way to reduce our carbon footprint because items wouldn't end up in the garbage. And those would be often large items that you're using at a reuse room, possibly, you know. So again, that's another exciting step to diverting from the landfill. Did anybody have any comments or questions? All right, and the reuse room is open. We can go and check that out. We'll go on to E, continue promoting Soul Smart Silver designation with partner Indiana University. And did I have some adding to that? Yes, besides getting our logo posted on the government website, we're going to start working in the next month or two on getting our gold designation. And the project team will meet with specialists. I don't want to butcher this name. Could you help me with that? Do you know Kelly Avies?
Oh, I don't know.
No, okay.
I've never talked with her.
Okay.
Just exchanged emails.
Okay. Well then, Kelly Avies of National League of Cities. So that's also exciting. I keep joking with Nancy that I just want to skip gold and go right to platinum, but I guess baby steps. But I believe next month or so we're going
Yeah,
to.
well, I did propose that we stay after our next Sustainability Commission meeting and actually have a brief work group together to go through Tristan's observations of what we needed. So if that's amenable to everybody, then our next Sustainability Commission meeting, those of you that are sign up for this particular project, if we could just stay for 30 minutes, I think maximum, that's all that we need.
30 minutes today.
No, next month.
Next
Next
If
month.
possible, yeah.
Next month.
And that will be the February 8th.
I believe, I don't have my calendar up. Thursday's February, it looks like, oh, that's 2023, yes, so you're right. It's a leap year? It's a leap year this year.
Yes.
February 8th.
Yes. Are leap years good luck,
Well,
Yes.
it depends.
right?
It depends on what happens in November.
So that'll be a work group meeting.
So a work group meeting then after our next Sustainability Commission meeting on February 8th to propose our next steps
No,
to
we're actually gonna fulfill
Just-
on the,
begin moving forward.
no, we're gonna move forward.
Yes, on going through with getting our gold designation for Soul Smart. Was there any other questions? Excellent. We have the good bragging rights of silver, and we were one of the first in the area. So, and we're still one of only, I think, a handful. I need to get myself updated on how many now. But it is exciting to see other communities moving along as well. Project Team F, Carbon Neutral Indiana. Nancy Moldenauer, Andy Jans, Laura Henderson, Daisy Lee, Faye Moore. And then, was this last month, Faye, that you had your house assessed? Yes. And that was exciting. You're well on your way to being completely off the grid and carbon negative with your solar panels and everything. If you don't have your book, you should get it. Getting carbon neutral through Carbon Neutral Indiana is not a difficult thing, and you can at least get your home assessed. That's free. You just go to the website and follow the instructions below, and you can find out where you're at with that. Ordering the book gives you tangible information, and we've got a commissioner and a immediate former commissioner and city council person that have been mentioned in the book. So these are real people doing real things, planting real trees, and even capping what was it natural gas was the next project that they were working on with Carbon Neutral
Well,
Indiana.
some of the subscription fees actually are being invested in Indiana, that they are capping natural gas leaks in the
Yes,
state.
so that's exciting to have it be in our state. Originally, I think my trees were planted in Alaska.
Yeah.
So, a tree is a tree, but it's a lot, some more bragging rights for Indiana, right?
Mhm.
So, was there anything else? Did I miss anything? Probably. All right, excellent. If you don't have the book, get it. I don't have it handy right now, of course. I can dig it out. It's always in my bag. And it is on our website, the Michigan City website. There's a link to all the fun information as well as everything else going on in Michigan City. We've got a lot of new things. Project Team G, Department of Energy's National Renewable Energy Laboratory, which I guess would be part of the mega project. So we can put those together. This we kind of talked about above, but I'll add that we would be,
Did you put any of the updates in?
I thought I did.
They're not here.
They're not?
No.
Did I pull up the wrong agenda that I'm reading?
Yep.
All right, well, then that's not good. Give
No,
me
this
a
is
second.
this was old up here for Soul Smart,
All right,
and this is old for
What?
National Renewable Energy. So, yeah, because I said we needed to set up our 8th meeting in
not that one.
February.
Let me get my email.
Yeah, this is the old one.
Well, at least we're updating verbally then
Yeah.
on the new projects and remembering, don't I feel like an idiot?
No, it's okay, I've done it before.
All right, let me pull up my email here and see what I'm not getting. I can't get my email pulled up right now.
That's okay. Basically, we need to set up the 8th meeting with Scott, and we're gonna do that in February.
I'm not getting, I apologize. I've got a little bit of the Wi-Fi coming up, but okay, Nancy did update us there. So,
Yeah, so before Laura does the minutes, we probably wanna drop the updates in, okay?
yeah, I'll send you a better agenda when I get a strong enough signal. I apologize, guys.
That's okay.
So, all right, well, we do have, at least we know what we're doing.
Andy, I think that's the only thing of importance, is setting up that 8th meeting.
The
with
8th meeting,
Scott.
okay, so we make sure you have that
In
information.
February, Yeah.
Because we're gonna set up the next meeting next month for the National Renewable
So
Energy
everybody that's
Laboratory.
on the committee, I'll send out an email to you when I get availability dates from Scott.
Okay, excellent.
And we also thought that probably meeting every month was too much with him, so we'll see how he feels about doing an every other month meeting.
I have a question.
Mhm.
What is the procedure for volunteering to be on
The committee.
the, yeah,
You're on there,
Just show up.
you're on there,
Yeah,
oh, okay, cause,
you are on there, cause
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah, we're
sure,
talking about
I'm pretty sure I added her.
all right, yeah, well, if I've
If not,
got
be
the
sure
wrong
she's
agenda
waiting
here,
for it.
I'll add you for sure.
Yeah,
You can be on any one, all of them.
cause I'm interested in the EV and, solar,
The electric vehicles.
Electric vehicle.
Excellent. Would you mind sending me a reminder email just with the ones you want me to drop you in for next month?
Okay, yeah, that's,
Just so I remember to make it correct on the agenda, because obviously I'm dysfunctional with the agenda. So, and then Nancy will update us on the date for the meeting, so you can be updated on that. And basically, Project Team A and Project Team G, am I correct? Those are kind of the mega team now being rolled in together. The Department of Energy, G, and A. So those two are the mega team Nancy was referring to at the very beginning.
yeah, we won't combine them at this point.
Right,
We
but-
just realize they have common objectives and goals at this point.
And with the grant and everything,
Yeah.
so
I wanna be on solar plant.
that would be excellent. Yes, please, everyone, all the teams. Go team. We could get shirts made, no, I'm kidding. So, all right, the 8th meeting for that, and then, do we have any other questions for our mega project? All right, we've got the Resilience Action Planning Work Group. Nancy, if I've messed up putting in your updates, I could see if I have that here.
No, it's okay, I can just give it.
Okay,
Basically, I will be meeting with Kathy Sipple and Connie from Highland on Friday at 11:30. We're supposed to do it in person, but it may turn into a Zoom meeting just because of the weather that we're expecting. And just as a reminder, this is a rollout of the Climate Resilience Action Plan that was put together by NERC, which is the Northwest Regional, Northwest
Planning Commission.
Indiana Regional Planning Commission.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good job, Andy.
Oh, mouthful.
So I'll be meeting with them. Honestly, this really doesn't have too much to do with Michigan City because we already set our reduction goal of 50% by 2030. And a lot of the recommendations that they were making in the report, we have already incorporated. So we're sort of ahead of the curve, okay? So I think we'll probably be playing a consulting role and also a networking role as far as getting more communities on board and establishing hopefully more sustainability commissions across Northwest Indiana.
We've had a lot of luck with people coming in and checking us out. Well, Porter, the city of Porter officially has a sustainability commission now, and Highland has a group. I forget what its official title
I
is,
think
but
they're
it is,
just a committee meeting.
it is a working group though of a bunch of individuals that, and anyway, and there's other groups, and we may have some guests next time, and I'm really excited. I don't wanna, get too ahead of myself, so, but people talk about us and what the Sustainability Commission in Michigan City has done, and what we originally did, how long ago we had ours done in 2019, our
Greenhouse
gas emission survey.
Inventory.
inventory, and so we're working towards reducing that, with all the garbage diversion from landfills and everything. So it's good to, thanks for getting all of that going and having, the leadership role in providing a good system and network for us to follow and proceed with. So, right, baby steps. Was that everything? For, and then of course, continue promoting the National Wildlife Federation always, to go ahead and have your house be a wildlife sanctuary. Not too hard. You go on the website for National Wildlife Federation, it's a not-for-profit, and you can have your yard certified as a wildlife habitat, and get a cute little sign, and it's nice. Nice to know that you're helping the smallest of the pollinators, the birds and the bugs and the butterflies are super important. We wouldn't have tomatoes without pollinators. So we appreciate that.
And all of Northwest Indiana was certified right before the Climate Leadership Summit
Yes.
8, all of Northwest Indiana. And besides Porter Lake and LaPorte County is also Jasper and Starkville included in that. So it's sort of like the region has been certified, so our next step is to fill in everybody below that. So next would be counties and municipalities getting certified as a wildlife sanctuary. So Michigan City, we can take this on as a potential project.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the schools and the churches and the businesses get more points than the individuals do, the individual yards. Correct, Laura? You,
At least churches and schools too.
churches and schools?
I'm not sure about businesses.
Okay.
Wonderful. Let's get, like you said, all of Indiana, right? Well, why not? Did anybody have any more questions? All right, excellent. We'll move on to Soul Power. Janita Scully, Nancy Moldenauer, and Faye Moore. Before I didn't put it incorrect, did we have anything, Faye or Nancy, that I didn't put in with my copy and paste properly?
Not at this
Something that was not announced last month
Oh,
is that Soul Power did receive the prestigious NABCEP permission to offer their PV installation professional certificate. And I helped out with that by writing a letter of support from this commission. And this is, they told them, don't expect to get it the first time around because it's really hard to get permission to do this. Danita and the NAACP did get permission first time around.
nice.
Yeah, so they are now certified to offer that next level of training and certification. And this is a big deal. It really is.
Which is this certification?
Yeah, it's the NABCEP PV Installation Professional Certificate. PV Installation Professional Certificate.
So basically the next level
The next level.
of service.
So we have the assistants to the installers, we have the installers, we have the designers,
Okay,
and then this is like at that level. It's at designer level.
possibly a higher pay grade
Yeah, and
and,
individual could even open their own small business if they
Oh.
wanted to, okay? So that's,
excellent,
yeah,
a lot more knowledge.
Yeah, that's in there, Nancy.
That's in there, okay, maybe I just missed that
no,
one.
this was in last time.
Oh, that was-
It didn't get announced, that's all.
Oh, did I not read? I can't read
Oh,
either,
okay.
Jesus.
So I just want to really acknowledge the NAACP and Danita Scully for pulling all of the information together. It was an application process, she had to get letters of support, not only from us, but from the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers and some of the partners they've had in their other two levels of the training program. And she was told, don't expect to get it, nobody gets it the first time.
Oh my God, it anyway, well, thank you. That's pretty awesome. Yay. Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
seriously, round of applause
Yeah,
for
really.
everyone. Now we can move on with further installation and be able to train everybody in the whole spectrum. So that'd be great. More jobs, more solar jobs, you know. I love it. And thank you so much, Nancy, because they couldn't have done it without you. We appreciate it very much.
You're very welcome.
So I do apologize. When I'm reading through these, sometimes I don't read every sentence. But a lot of times I just miss it. So there we go. Did we have any other updates or questions for Soul Power? There's a lot of job training partners, so I always want to thank, NAACP, LaPorte County, Michigan City Sustainability Commission, IBEW 531, Ivy Tech Valparaiso Work One, Just Transition Northwest Indiana. Thank you. It takes a team. So, Solar United Neighbors, Nancy Moldenauer, Bay Moore. Did either of you have anything? I do have a small update.
Andy, I think we need to add you on to this because
Yeah.
you're now the conduit between them and us.
Yes, I am. So, he's kind of a helper.
You got updates.
Right, I do. I did try to stay, just so I know what's kind of going on with everything. I did get a chance to speak with Solar United Neighbors' newest representative for us, Brian Flory. That was great. We had a virtual meeting and we spoke about an upcoming program that they're trying to work out and release that will essentially replace the co-op system, and it will be a cohort system where we're still working together. Solar United Neighbors is still there to facilitate as a not-for-profit any questions, as well as trying to get individuals together, but it won't require a group of individuals to wait till you get X amount of people to be able to get whatever price. Of course, details, Brian is the expert, and solarunitedneighbors.org can answer detailed information. But the program, it will be called Ready, Set, Solar, and it will still, again, be a cohort where you're, talking to other individuals, but they could be individuals across the country. They'll still help you. Solar United Neighbors will still help facilitate finding an installer or have a list of installers, things like that. So it's still early on in the Ready, Set, Solar, but it sounds like a really good blend of having people work together, but then also having the ability to go out on your own if you're moving forward, and you can get your solar at your price a lot earlier. So yeah, if you have any questions, Solar United Neighbors for that, and there'll be a lot more to come on that. And Brian did also mention that they are, Solar United Neighbors is focusing on connecting farmers and agricultural businesses with solar. More information on that also later. I had a very, very minimal information on that with Brian in our 30-minute conversation, but that connecting farmers and ag businesses is really something to focus on that, we here haven't talked about a ton. We've talked about businesses and not-for-profits, but specifically farmers. There's programs for farmers and agricultural businesses that we'll learn more about in upcoming months. Yes?
Is that gonna include people who are doing community gardens?
I don't know. Honestly, it's if there's an owner of the garden, a company that's the As far as an ag business, do you mean? Like, would a community garden qualify as an agricultural
Well,
business?
I'm trying to understand what are the parameters for being involved with them, because I know people who are like churches are doing community gardens. New Hope has a community garden that's like half a block
Are
on
they
the
using
west side.
solar panels? Yeah, that's what they're talking about, they're using solar panels.
Right, it's this particular, what I was discussing was like larger farms, since they often have land around them, that they would be a great opportunity for solar panels.
Okay.
Now, a community garden, if they're housed by any not-for-profit or business, that not-for-profit or business can reach out to Sun independently and find out how to proceed forward with solar. Anyone can. So I hope does that answer your question?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can follow up on the website too and see, what all qualifies.
Right, I only have a basic understanding. I looked into solar for my home and I have a new roof now, so eventually I can. Some of our commissioners have for their home, but this program that I was just briefly discussing, that I don't know much about, was a separate program for large farms and agricultural businesses. But then the Ready Set Solar is individuals, residences, and that would replace the old round model that we were doing. Where we did round 1 where we got names, and then we did round 2 in the past. So does that help clarify? Okay, and if I can help any more after, please let me know. I just have a basic understanding, that's why we call Brian.
Because I asked because I have people calling me
Right.
who are trying to do community gardens, even as far as Indianapolis, people calling, asking me for information about how they can get involved with lowering the carbon footprint, so
Mhm.
I would like to explore this more so that I can be informative to other people who are calling our consortium.
That'd be wonderful, thank you.
Yeah, this is electricity, it's not vegetables. So if you can think of it that way,
Mhm.
the community garden is vegetables, and this actually would be electricity via solar panels.
Oh, okay, I got it now.
Solar panels.
Yeah.
If you're looking for somebody to help with vegetables, then Dominique Edwards, who was a former Sustainability Commission member, she would be a great person if they're looking for that hands-on information regarding, what they're doing with their
Okay,
vegetables.
because I've got people calling about the other as well,
Yeah,
about the solar panels, community solar panels.
yeah.
I've got
If it's
people calling
connected
about
with
that too.
if it's connected with the church, then the interfaith,
It's now called Faith in Place.
Faith in Place. That's your referral for that.
I probably have a phone number.
Faith in
Thank
Place.
you.
I'll talk to you later.
And they're helping churches with solar panel assessments and installations and grant connections. And sometimes your garden is at a church, and if that's the case, then they would want to work with Faith in Place group. I'm just gonna give a shout out to the Walker Street Community Garden here in Michigan City, Indiana. Dominique Edwards just does a really excellent work with them for that community, and they do open it up to all of Michigan City, because I know you've been over there.
Oh, yes, they have the free market. Once the produce comes in the afternoon, they have the free market with produce from their market, as well as the Michigan City Farmers Market that's historically been on 8th Street. The farmers there, at least 2 farmers have donated, Burrick Farm and Penny's Farm have donated their produce weekly, hundreds of pounds probably, to the free market at over at Walker. And it's, it's great stuff too, so.
They have very good stuff.
They do, and the Walker Street Garden has, classes and, all kinds, a lot of community engagement and volunteer opportunities and.
Our new mayor, Angie Nelson Deitch, wrote a grant and got monies to establish some more community neighborhood gardens around Michigan City. The grant was awarded, okay?
Oh, good.
So keep your eyes open for that. A lot of people will ask why we, the Sustainability Commission, aren't involved in the community gardens. The reason for that is it doesn't come under one of our 3 major areas that were cited in the greenhouse gas emissions inventory. That wasn't cited as one of the really heavy items that we needed to concentrate on. So that's why we do the landfill reduction. Buildings were a big deal as far as being energy inefficient, but it takes a lot of money to be able to upgrade buildings. So we jumped to solar, realizing that if we were generating electricity in a different way, even if these older buildings were leaking a lot of heat and whatever, we were helping to reduce that carbon footprint. And then what's the last one?
I always forget that one.
I always forget one of the.
Diverting landfill and, the buildings, and it was a
energy
residential
efficient buildings.
business.
Oh, no,
Electric
the
vehicles.
emissions. Too much diesel fuel is used in Michigan City with its fleet. So we're looking at converting more to propane
The police
or
department.
actually getting them on electric vehicles. So
Mhm.
those are the 3 areas
That's
that we
including school
concentrate on.
buses. That's
Yes.
including school buses.
Yeah,
They're already on propane.
they're already on propane.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, no, it diverted appropriately, I think, right? I mean, it all connects, right? And the gardens, I sorry, I misunderstood that, and I'm glad that we got that answered and actually
Yeah, because I got
found out more
both
information.
questions answered.
Okay, good. And yeah, we love the gardens, don't we? Excellent. Well, are we moving on to K? Uh-oh, caught you, me, I'm kind of in green. Is this yellow or green? I don't know. Caught you being green engagement. The Earth Month extravaganza. I'm moving along, actually. We have confirmation from several, one being Indiana Department of Environmental Management. With Nicole Mescar. We'll have 2 tables at least for us. So Nicole Mescar, thank you very much. We appreciate you. She's in charge of water. So we are looking forward to seeing some tables with information on clean marinas and oh my goodness. And then I have unofficial verbal and kind of handshakes and friendly, yeah, we'll be there from at least 4 or 5 others. So that's moving on well. I hope I run out of room before the next meeting. And if everybody agrees, we go with 1 to 4. How does that sound?
Sounds
1
great.
to 4 p.m. It's only 3 hours, Nancy.
That's what you
That
did
should be a
last,
good
that's what you did last year, right?
So I think we did 4. We did noon to 4 last year, but we're doing 1
1 to
because
3, yeah,
the trees.
And people were packing up and leaving the last hour anyhow.
I'm hoping our weather will be a little better being May.
So it's 1 to 3 p.m.?
Yeah, 1 to 4. 1 to 4. 1 to 4.
Oh, it is 3 hours, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. I hope I don't get in charge. May the 4th be with you. Theme. It's my earrings. I don't know if I can say it, but maybe we'll have some fun with that. Bring your lightsaber, your fake one, of course. But we do have environmental groups all set up and ready to go. Krieger Memorial Hall. I had to postpone my meeting with the new superintendent, Shannon Eason of the Park Department. Instead of assistant superintendent, congratulations, Shannon, well-deserved, so well-deserved. So I'll be having a meeting with her to talk about the trails and, hikes, and if, of course, our wonderful secretary, would rather be treasurer, would give us another informational small hike or two around, what were those mushrooms called? Those the
Earth stars.
Earth stars. Earth stars. I mean, just, I've never seen them before. So it was super fun. She had kids and grown-ups out there in the rain looking at mushrooms. And it was fabulous. So, and I'm hoping to wrangle in most of some repeats from last year, almost everybody from last year.
I really want to invite the people from the Renaissance
Exactly.
Academy.
Yes.
We're gonna be doing that.
Good.
That was
So
awesome having them there with us.
they seemed to have a good time. And the scavenger hunt that was part of what they were doing, turned into an idea for someone else to try to do for people that were coming in, because there were other kids looking around like, oh, a scavenger hunt. And I was like, well, we are doing something like that later for fossils, but good idea for next year. So we're totally stealing your idea for the public. We appreciate you.
I think our idea was for the public.
Well, I think there was just a small amount, so it was more for like an assignment is what it was, at least it seemed to be presented to the people who were talking to us. So if that was a misunderstanding, then it would be perfect for the whole public to run with that, and we'll make it a little bit more clear for everybody. Because, it was only our second year and our first time over there. So this will be our third go, and I think we're doing pretty good. If we add a few more people each time, and if people have fun, and there'll be trees, right? So thank you, everyone, for all of that. There were a couple of Facebook posts. Had to give a shout out to upstairs here at City Hall. You can find some hard to recycle spots up there if you have some batteries or ink and toner cartridges right upstairs. They also have current curbside recycling information just right up there. So I took a picture and posted it, so thank you. Thank you, City Hall, for having that available for us. Batteries, I think it's technically against the law to throw a battery away because they're so toxic. So you're really supposed to recycle those. And how convenient to be able to bring them here. Or they're household batteries, of course. Don't bring your car batteries. Or your solar panel batteries.
Right, it's good to make it plain.
And so, and there was the reuse room update, like I mentioned before, some pictures. We had a lot of shared information. Nancy shares a lot of information of everything going on with community, all the community environmental things that are going on, of course. And then we have another potential Green Day, another engagement, the Green Day Expo. I don't know if you want to. We briefly mentioned it last time. Do you want me to briefly mention it again? Okay. Modest guy over here. This is for the Way Future 2025, the earliest, the summer of a bigger event, and more along the lines of partnering with larger places. Like Drive Clean Indiana, having a drive event with electric vehicles, but having more than just that. Something like driving and the Earth event, potential vendors. It would be nice to have it at the lakefront, something much bigger. This is all possibility in the early planning and in the far future. And Tristan's been reaching out and finding if there's, interest in car clubs and things like that to be able to have the cars to drive and if anybody has any potential sponsorships, of course, it would be, it could be pricey to have a really big thing. So that's why we're looking in the future. And if anybody has any ideas or anybody that they would know, electric vehicles, please, please, please let us know. I think, is there any questions or anything? Anybody else caught being green? All right. Then we will move on to board comments. Yes, excellent.
And this should say commission comments.
Okay. Oh, why does it say board? All right.
Oh, I was surprised to find out today that the little shop at the Indian Visitor Center for the national park is gonna close
Oh,
very soon.
that's a shame.
January 24th or 25th, maybe even sooner. So, if you wanna get any of their cool stuff, they're going out, because they're closing.
That
Where's
is,
it located?
They're closing their gift shop?
They're closing the gift shop.
the Indiana Dunes Visitor Center, that's
And this-
on
and
49.
49
And
between
that's
12.
actually the Dorothy Buell Visitor Center. And I have to say that because that.
No, the visitor center is not closing, the gift shop is closing.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
it's the Dorothy Buell Visitor Center.
Excellent, not just the
Does-
Dunes Park,
No,
excellent.
it's really the Dorothy Buell Visitor
Wonderful.
Center. Yeah, her name got dropped off and I don't know if it was inadvertently or on purpose, but it really is the Dorothy Buell
We'll give her
Visitor
credit.
Center.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for her, we would not have
Isn't that right?
Saved the Dunes, period. So that's my plug as president of Save the Dunes, and it is the Dorothy Buell Visitor Center.
And thank
And where
you.
is it located?
It's right at Highway 49 and 20.
Yeah, it's the interesting intersection between 1220 and 49.
It's a 20,
And 94.
it's at Highway 49, which goes to Valpo, and Highway 20. And it's in the northwest, no, the southwest quadrant,
It's,
Northwest what?
southwest quadrant.
Oh, southwest.
Is that right? Or southeast?
oh,
Facing
directions.
north, southeast quadrant.
It's tucked in there. You
Yeah,
didn't
because I
know it
go
was
through there
there.
all the time.
If you were
and
just
I never
driving
paid
by.
any attention to it.
But that's good, it's built into the dunes, it's unobstructed.
And past that little,
120?
Yeah, it's northeast.
No, it's on
190.
49.
it's not on 20,
It's on 49.
It's on 49.
It's very
south
close to
of
20.
Near 20.
Right, if you take 20
It's on the
west,
turnoff going north to 20 on 49. Because it's really in a hard place to see from the
Yeah,
highway.
because I go through there all the time and I've
Most of the trail section leads to it.
Okay.
it's 49 north. People usually don't go 49 north unless they're going to the beach. They go 49 south, so and it's unobstructed, it's built kind of nicely into the dunes, as it should, yes. So maybe it's good we didn't notice. But it's definitely check that shop out.
But if you take 20.
Do we have any other board comments? I just don't wanna, we're trying to get it
Yeah,
right
she
in
has
now.
board comments.
Any other board comments?
Yeah, I don't know if I made enough copies for everybody,
Yes.
but I had mentioned at the last meeting about the EV charging stations that pop up out of the ground and those that are on lampposts in Europe. And I hope that everybody will go to this Urban Electric Networks website and see them, because the video shows a kid riding over it with his skateboard, and then a car pulls up and they take their cell phone and there's a code. They put the code into the phone, the charging station pops up out of the ground, they charge the car, and when they're done, the charging station goes back into the pavement. And so it's really interesting when I'm doing this international research, what other places are doing that we haven't quite gotten to yet, or I don't hear spoken about in any of the meetings that I go to.
That's fascinating.
So, yeah, it is. And when you go to the website, they've got that video there, and it's just really interesting to see it. And then see a kid ride across it with a skateboard a few minutes later.
Well, if they have a Facebook post or something, maybe I could share that too with the public. If it's that, it sounds fascinating.
It is, it really is.
Well, and also different ways to get the charging arrays.
So I brought this is part of the consortium's training manual for our membership. And so I just took these pages out because I want the consortium to be aware of the latest technology. So when I'm doing this research, you know, I put things into our handbook so we know.
Well, thank you. Everybody check out the website and I'll see if I can share a video. Did anyone, any other
Nancy,
questions?
were you gonna talk about this?
I'm under public comments now.
Oh, public.
Right. It's so weird, isn't it? I know. I have to say public, or board comment, going once, twice, Beetlejuice. Public comments?
Yes, I do have something to
Dan, you will
share.
now remember the public.
I am, but I'm also a city council
You
person.
are.
So, I did ask to be assigned as the liaison for this particular commission, but I'm not the one that makes the appointment, so who knows what's gonna happen, but you're not gonna get rid of me no matter what. So, anyhow, I put in front of all of you, this is a quick, 2-page handout on microgrid projects. Right now, in Indiana, microgrids are illegal. So that's the first thing you need to know. But what microgrids enable to happen is for these small or medium-sized solar arrays to be set up, and particularly in lower income neighborhoods. And when they're set up, then people's homes who are around there, they're able to plug into those and to get the advantage of solar power and lowering their utility bills without the expense of everybody having to put solar panels on their roofs, okay? So it can be done like that, just a neighborhood. Cooperatives can be set up to install these. You don't have to be right in the neighborhood with the cooperative, but somewhere nearby. So it's possible to transfer the electricity. So what's really exciting is right now, the Indiana State Legislature is in session. Both the House and the Senate had their first meeting on Monday. And already a bill has been introduced to make these legal, okay? So the bill number is HB 1193. That's HB 1193. It would enable this type of project to happen in all communities and rural areas in Indiana. If you're in favor of this, I would recommend contacting Representative Pat Boyd, asking her to support this, and also to contact our Senator Rodney Pohl and ask him to consider introducing a similar bill in the Senate. Okay, if we have the bill coming up in the House and the bill coming up in the Senate, there's a better chance of it actually getting a hearing in the committee and then making it to the floor for a vote. Okay, many good bills can die in committee because they don't get a hearing. So please, let them know that we're interested in this. Also, RED, which is Renewable Energy Day, has been announced, and that's happening on February 13th. And that's going to be down at the State Capitol Building in Indianapolis. It's going to be happening from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I plan on going. So if anybody's interested in going with me, then we could carpool down there, and that's a Tuesday. February 13th is a Tuesday. All of this is dependent on what committees I am assigned by the president, Don Prisbalinski. So, if I'm assigned to a board, a committee, or a commission that meets on Tuesday, then I probably won't be able to do it. But right now, I plan on going.
What's this called?
It's RED, Renewable Energy Day. It's basically a day of lobbying. So there'll be a whole bunch of environmental organizations there that are tabling at the event. So it's a great opportunity to network and learn about what's happening all over Indiana. Plus, we will set up appointments to see Representative Pat Boyd and also Senator Rodney Pohl. So you'll have an opportunity to meet and sit down with them and talk with them. Okay? So that's happening.
I have a question about, when we talk about the community's solar panels, would that not fit perfectly into this microgrid? it just seems to me like those two things would fit together. If you've got several neighborhoods that are doing the community solar panels, then they would, if this gets passed, they would fit perfectly into the microgrid.
That's why I brought it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Good connection, Beverly. Yeah. Okay, and I think I'm the only member of the public here today.
Public, any more public? Any public comments? Public? Thanks for getting us directed to the right location. All right, Beetlejuice. No public comments, wonderful. Do we have announcements?
Yes.
Excellent.
Dr. Martin Luther King celebration on January 15th, 2024 at the Michigan City Salvation Army, 1201 Franklin Street, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It will be a brunch. It will be first come, first served. The keynote speaker is LaPorte County Magistrate Erica Stallworth. She will share her deep knowledge and inspiring words to shed light on the importance of Dr. King's legacy and its relevance in today's world. Magistrate Stallworth is the first African-American judicial officer in the 190-year history of LaPorte County, Indiana. Magistrate Stallworth holds a bachelor's degree in psychology from Spelman College, a master's degree in social work from the University of Michigan, and a Juris Doctorate degree from Loyola University Chicago School of Law. And they say that there's no charge for this, and they're sponsored by the MBA of Northwest Indiana, Inc., LaPorte County Convention and Visitor Center, the Salvation Army of Michigan City, and the African American Empowerment Fund of the Unity Foundation. You can get more information on the Northwest Indiana Facebook page of the MBA of Northwest Indiana. Sorry.
Thank you.
Any
That's
questions?
exciting. Wow, the credentials, that's wow.
And
And
she's
speaker
the
has-
first African-American that's been ever assigned to the bench in LaPorte County.
In 190 years.
190 years,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
And I do have an announcement also.
Excellent.
This is an event that's called Nature's Architect, How Trail Creek Sculpted Michigan City's Shoreline. And this is an event that's been created by Greg Coulter. And it's gonna be happening on Sunday, January 28th at 4 p.m. That's January 28th, Sunday, January 28th, 4 p.m. It's going to be held at the Lebesnick Center for the Arts, and you're going to be viewing his video essay. So he's interviewed a lot of people, he's looked at a lot of maps, he's looked at a lot of photographs, and he'll be telling the fascinating story of how natural forces influenced Michigan City's landscape.
And what time is that?
4 p.m. Sunday, January 28th. And there's an event posted on Facebook. It's a little hard to find, but I reposted it on my Facebook timeline and also my Facebook page, so you can find it more easily there, okay? And I have this if you want to look at it before we break up today.
Great. Take a little picture.
But this is very exciting. A lot of people have questions about Trail Creek and about, land and everything else.
It's our watershed, right?
Yeah.
So,
And if you stay afterwards, I have some free t-shirts to give away.
free t-shirts. I like free t-shirts. I think my husband will tell me no more t-shirts though. Anyway, all right. Is there any more announcements? Announcements, all right. Do I have a motion to adjourn? Okay, I have a motion to adjourn at 11:52. Do I have a second? I have a second. We are adjourned. Oh, no, all in favor? Okay. We are adjourned at 5:42 p.m. Michigan City Sustainability Commission.
That's the,
Thank you.
attendance.